There are few institutions more woven into the fabric of Britain than the public house. A refuge for the weary traveller, a sanctuary for stories, a place of welcome. Today, according to this, my trusty 20-year-old map, we walk past 6 of them, one by one, hoping to be greeted as tradition intended, so I'll be refreshed, restored and revived. Well, that's the plan anyway. But we begin part 2 of our channel-to-channel walk where we left off last time, between Shute and Culmhead, passing to the left a place I originally planned to wild camp on a wooded hill curiously named Mount Hungary. In those plans I considered pre-making a Hungarian goulash and bringing a camping stove to heat it up with, which would have given last evening a real touch of class. I'm sure one of my favourite YouTubers, Mr. Tweedy Outdoors, wouldn't have missed the opportunity of doing that, and of course paired the right wine to go with it. We pass a rhododendron here to the left of me and a camellia to the right. But here I am, stuck in the middle with you. Apologies if I've identified those varieties incorrectly, and for comedic purposes referenced the you. There was no you. As we approach Culmhead village, where 2 of the 6 pubs en route are located, I decided, as it was only mid-morning, to save myself to the afternoon. Then I'd be a little more, let's say, disposed for liquid rejuvenation. Culmhead village is one of the prettiest villages you'll ever see, with its quaint thatched roof cottages scattered aside windy lanes, the new inn in the middle of the village and the unsurprisingly old inn just outside on the A35. But that's maybe for another day, as there's plenty to see on the River Yarte, starting with this little beauty. It's a post-medieval, narrow single-arch horse crossing called Beckford Bridge, with a road bridge beside it for modern traffic. This is the oldest pack-horse bridge in East Devon, and was for hundreds of years a crossing to keep cargo dry as the horse and cart drove through the ford. Sounds as idyllic as Constable's legendary The Haywain. It was about midday at this point, and I was starting to be a bit concerned about the number of miles I still had to walk. With 2/3 of today's quota remaining, which included ascending the Blackdown Hills, I was determined to enjoy every possible moment I could in the present, which wasn't hard being surrounded by such beauty. But soon I was beginning to flag. Thankfully, my first pub wasn't far away, near Bowditch Farm, called the Longbridge Inn, symbolised on my OS map by this blue jug. And when I got very close, boy was I ready. Oh no, I don't believe it, Oh no, oh blimey, I don't believe it. No, please. Oh, I don't believe it, you are kidding me. To my utter shock, this once 18th century cider house had been turned into a residential property. It was then that I realised that my 20-year-old map was fine around the old lanes and footpaths. Things like pubs were a different matter entirely. I don't mind admitting I was quite disappointed, to say the least. So much so, I was quite, let's say, flummoxed when recording my reaction straight after. I forgot to turn my microphone on. Probably just as well, as this is a family show. I remember back in Culmhead village, the old inn on the A35 looked like it was only temporarily closed. I'm thinking now it might have been permanent. So what about the others en route? Well, you can always hope. I got over my disappointment at the calming waters at the ford at Moxhays. raised a smile at the parliament of crows cawing away relentlessly up at the treetops. Then, after climbing up from the river, I came across a normal-looking stile, as unremarkable as the fence running from it. But here lies the border between Devon and Somerset. This was also a marker telling me the next pub wasn't far away. So I quickened the pace up once more, as I was less than a mile from the Howley Tavern. Not many empty bottles for a pub, as this place had also been transformed into a residential house. For hundreds of years this was the rising sun, which unfortunately for me has long since set in this little Somerset village. Putting my best foot forward, I was back at the River Yachty. And for the first time, we cross it, taking us back into Devon under the A303 to the village of Marsh, where surely my luck is about to change. It would be statistically unlikely for yet another pub to be also closed, wouldn't it? Although the Flintlock Inn still traded as a pub, it only opened Friday evenings and Sunday afternoons, and today was Monday. Thankfully, I managed to get some water before climbing up the Black Downs, where I found these fine signs. This time on the B3170, it seemed most official. It was a man I met in his front garden upon leaving Marsh Village who suggested coming this way, because our next pub, the Candlelight Inn in Bishopswood, you guessed it, was also recently closed. So there we are. My 6 pubs that were featured on my OS map printed in 2005, one is open in Kilmington, one is closed, and of the other 4, one is open 7 hours a week over 2 days, but not today. The other 3 were closed completely. My fault really for not doing enough research beforehand, and I've learnt a very big lesson. However, that helpful man also assured me the pub, the Holman Clavel, located right next to my campsite, was 100% open and served food till 9. So I battled through the pain as I only had an hour to get there.